Hi guys, welcome to class 2 of the series of Civil 3D. So in this class we are gonna talk about surfaces, and then we are gonna talk about our assignment 3, which I will be uploading in the tutorial today. So let's go ahead and start our Civil 3D first. So we'll close this task pane and minimize this toolbox. So let me go ahead and open the file from the last week which I have saved. You can open your own DWG file. We will work on the same file this week. So this is the file this is the drawing that we created last week. Basically we imported a point file from the txt format, and then we filtered and created a new point group called ground sorts. You can see that here in the prospector tab. This is the ground sort which we created. So we use description keys as GS to filter the ground sort. So and then this is the thing that we did last time. So if to get started with the surface, today we are gonna create surface from the point group, and then we are gonna draw contour, and we will talk a little further on how to export points and uh, create table from the set of point groups and all. So let's get started. So to create surface, we will right click on surface and create surface. We'll name it as ground surface, and we will just leave the rest as it is, as we are going to change it later on. So in the surface, as you can see, the new surface, ground surface, has been created. So we will extend this, and in the definition we are gonna add point group, because for now it has no idea which set of points it should take to create a surface. So we will use ground sort to create our control, or create our surface. So when we provided a point group, it automatically creates a boundary which is given by this outside line, and it automatically contour, which is basically 2 feet as minor interval and 10 feet as major interval. So these are the default setting of the Civil 3D, which we can change later on depending upon the type of the surface and our requirements. So to change the property, we will right click on ground surface and go into edit surface style. So in this we have, as you can see, we have information that contour is 2 feet and 10 feet. So those are the basic information. So we will directly go into the contours, and we will extend this contour interval, and for this one we will use as 0.5 foot. So once we click 0.5 foot enter, automatically the major interval will change on its own, because it is basically 5 times the minor interval. Also, and once we click apply, you can see OK, you can see the contour has been created. So this thick line are major, and these are minor contour. But you can see the contour is not natural because it has sharp edges, which is not in the case of real world. So for that we will smoothen it up. Also we want to distinguish between major and minor contours, so we will change the color as well. So what we will do is, like, again go into the edit property and go into the contour smooth and make it true, and this is the extent to which you want to. So I will just keep it here. It will depend based upon the type of the surface that you have. So I'll click apply and then OK. So after that you will see that it will not have surfaces, it will smoothen the contour. And also to change the display, we will go into the display tab of the same, and for measure contour we'll change the color, we will make it bright. You can do it as per your preference. So now you can say that this is your major contour and this is the minor contour. So this is pretty much. So let's go ahead and label the contour, because we want to know what is the elevation of the contour line. So to label, what we will do is like first go into the settings, and in the surface, in this level style, we'll go into the contour and edit level style. So in the component we will make the text style 12 inches first, and click OK. So once we change our text size of the level, what we are gonna do is like from home we will go into annotate and go to add level and surface and contour multiple. We can, there as you can see, there are a whole bunch of options which you can explore on your own. If you are more interested in this, you can use single, but I prefer multiple over single, because in this you can do more than one labeling at once. So since it has a lot of contour lines, and we will only label major ones, but you can do as per your necessity even, or you can right click on any of the line. And so what you need to do is like click here and then click there, and it will show the like this as the elevation of 7.5. To do again, I can press the space button again and then label this one as well in the same manner. I'll press the space button and redo again. This is 7.5. Let me go ahead and do this again. This is 10. Let me go ahead and do this again. So this is 12.5. So to label, all I did was went to the add level, surface, and went into multiple, and it will ask me to click the point. So I will click this first point here and second point here, and once I will click right click, it will have the label. Let's go ahead and do this again. Multiple, one click over here, one here. So as you can see, in this way you can label all the contours. There are other many options as well, but for now I will leave it up to you guys the way you can label it on your own. Most of the time what we do is only label the major contours so that our drawing does not look that messy. So let's go ahead and export a set of points. Like let us suppose I want to export my ground shots into a txt file and see what are my contour different ranges. Usually exporting a point is helpful when you want to edit a point or transfer the point into a new file or anything like that, or even if you have a point which has like error in data or something and you want to change that or delete a file. So what you can do is export a point and then delete the point which has like error reading or something like that. So to export a point, we right click on the group of point which you want to export. So let us suppose we want to export these ground shots for this time, and we will click export points. So it will ask for a destination file. Make sure your format is correctly selected and the point group is selected. So as you can see, since we have only one created group, because all points is the default group which you cannot export, because it is basically the same file which we import it to create the surface or create a point group. So, oh sorry, so this should be, oh sorry, let's close this file. Okay, so let's export the point. So export point, and then let's select the file. So I will select a folder like this, and I will say this is ground points exported, open, and the answer is selected and click OK. So once I click OK, as you can see, this ground points exported, this txt file has been exported over here. Now let's go ahead and tabulate or put the uh, mm, a point group of ground shots in the form of table beside our drawing. So for that we will go into annotate and go into add table, and here is the option add point table, and then no point group selected, so we need to select a point group here. So you will click here and let's select this ground shots and click OK, and we will leave the, make sure you have correct format selected, and once you click OK, so and you click here, so you will have all the point table. Oh, so it only showed one. Oh, it's so wrong. Let me go ahead and do that again. So add table, add point table, point group, ground shots. Okay, so you can make this, I'm giving this 10 for now. Make sure the format is correct. Okay, then press any point over here, and yeah, this is how it will show all the ground shots. So since the ground shot were a lot of files, so I mean lot of points was there in the ground shots group, so it showed a lot of table. But usually we do it in case of like center line for a road or anything in specific, like the uh, edges of a traverse or anything like that in the survey, so that we will have easier in knowing what are the reference point, and also the table are used in that case. So this is it for this time. So in this class we learned how to create a surface, create a contour, how to smoothen it up, label it, export a group of point into a txt file, or you can do it in any other format the way you want, but that will export a point, and then draw a table from a group of points. So this will be it for today's class. So I will stop here. Before I stop, I would like to remind you that today I will be posting an assignment, which is assignment 3. Let's go ahead and open this. So it has this PDF. So you can see the steps which are given in there, importing points, which you know to create description keys, which will be like this. These are the 5 set of new keys that you need to create. If you have any problem, you can watch my older videos so that you will have idea how to create. Basically you need to go into the settings and then create the description keys. So new different point groups like topo point, sidewalk, and center line. So you have to create 3 set of layers: topo points, sidewalk, and central points. So you can use filter for like topo point, you can use filter like ground shot. For sidewalk, yes, W will work, and for central line you have to create a new code which is CL, which is not included over here, so you have to create that as well, which will be center line CL. And then utilize topo group to create a surface, which you can do, and then exporting and mm, placing the center line group right to the surface created. And also you can label the contours and also label the slopes. So you do not need to label the slope, basically you can label the major contours and that will be it. So you can upload your work to D2L on this name, last name, first name, and your assignment 3. So as you can see, the content is not too much in Civil 3D. Those are only the basic contents that you need to do, but Civil 3D is a little harder because you have a lot of function and you need to understand how things work. So I would recommend you guys to practice a lot, like do it 2 or 3 times. That will make you understand where are the options and how you can do. Also, you can Google or learn anything via YouTube, so that if you are more interested, you can explore on that. So this is it for this class, and I'm sorry for the grading of the midterm exam. We will be posting it by this weekend, just because of the this corona thing. Mm, we have not access with the, I mean, we did not went into the lab, so we could not grade the midterm exams. So we will be posting the grades by this weekend. So sorry again for that. And feel free to email or mm, or ask any question. You can ask me or Manzil. And this is it for this week. Thank you guys. Oops.